Woo! Hello, everybody out there on Facebook land, TikTok world, YouTube, anywhere this is going to go live. I am Monty Anderson, your host here at 412 Productions, The Art of Monty Anderson. Today, we are covering the next installment from Antarctic Press and Mr. Ben Dunn with Toybox Guardians. Toybox Guardians is, in my opinion, a little bit like Toy Story, just a hair, but it is completely different. It is very cool stuff. You got some ninja hamsters, you know. You got your Duke type character. You've got your Shira type character. You've got a robot, and you have Mr. Stretch Armstrong for the most in here. It is a one shot Toy Box Guardians right here, and it is created by Ben Dunn, story by Ben Dunn, and Todd Matthey. Written by Todd Matthey. Art by Abranal Nyogi. Colors by Jerry Lou Smith. So, this is the second page inside. Shows a little few toys lying around. But, again, it is very cool stuff. I like it already. The artist is who again? Abranil Niogi. And I'm probably butchering that name, and I'm sorry, Ben, if I am. So you've got your typical playground setting with children playing. You've got your kids playing with all their toys. And then all of a sudden, it starts to rain. And they leave the toys outside. So, this is a 45-page book. This one is in full color, unlike the last one that we reviewed, Monkey Peak. And, this is a very well done book again, with all of the character development that we're seeing. We see that these toys come to life after the children leave, just like in Toy Story. It is completely different than Toy Story, but they do come to life after the children leave, after they've done played with the toys, the children. So he was left outside in the rain, and he is coming inside drenched. Now, this is it looks like a boys and girls home because you got everybody sleeping in the same room. Uh, the one that was left outside is questioning his reality. He says, the children don't respect me. Why they always pick you, not me? Because he's got these snaggle teeth that come up. And he said, and this is the Duke type character, the hero character, basically the soldier character. Children, they're fickle. Hard case is right. One day they're combing my hair, the next day they're drawing on my face. It's annoying, but it's our job. We amuse them and protect them from the Dark One. Speaking of which, I'm calculating an interdimensional rift happening right now, Quartz. So, they're all conversing, trying to figure out their meaning of life here. And I'm liking the group dynamics already. And that rift that they were talking about, little stretchy creature looking thing with the pointy ears and teeth, is like, that's an understatement, because he can't talk completely right. So, they're looking at all these airplanes coming at them. And so action happens. Bum, bum, bum. Speed lines, all that glorious good stuff happening here. Fight ensues. Stretching going on. Stretch Armstrong style down here. Oops, right there. Again, no, not a whole lot of dialogue there, but then all of a sudden dialogue happens. And they are the Toybox Guardians. So, they are going into full swing action Guardians go. Kind of like the G.I. Joe thing. Go, Joe! Right there. And then you see this nurse coming in to the room, pulling out a syringe, getting ready to inject one of the children, it seems. And this wizard appears out of nowhere. He's telling her, your blood will still form a sacred ring. Leave this place. Ah, she says. The seven are under my protection. The Dark One shall never have them. The blood of seven shall unchain the Dark One. And she lunges at him. He shrinks in size. She misses with her syringe. And she grabs him up really fast and throws him into a toy box. And then she goes towards the children. She's trying to get their blood with this syringe. So now, Trollo is the one that's got the stretchy powers right there. They are doing a fastball special that's made famous by Wolverine and Colossus. And they hear the scream coming from upstairs. So now they are on their way to go figure out what's going on. They've vanquished the evil downstairs, and now join me, for the Dark One is all, and craftier than you'll ever know. Get away from him, he says, as she's coming out of the room. And she's laughing. This is their best, the little monster. The Dark One would be ever so amused. And then you hear, she's already kicked him. And that's when she says that. And you hear, Trollo, help me, as the wizard is in the box. So he does his stretchy power towards the box between her legs. And outside, they're still vanquishing the evil. Outside. And so we still see some more stuff going on. More swashbuckling adventures going on. It's very cool. I like it. Very awesome stuff happening. And inside, he's wrapped her up, got the key, unlocked the key, and has let the wizard out of the box. I'm loving the colors. I'm loving the funness of it all. This is an all ages book. Okay. The other one, if you let your kids on Monkey Peak, if you let your kids watch horror and stuff like that, it's an all ages book. There's no language and things like that. Just like in this one, this is an all ages book, 100%. And they vanquish the evil. They get rid of her, and she disappears. And then all of a sudden, Lexi gets caught, the one that came back, and she goes off into another world. And so the Guardians get to return to the playroom. But again, action, action, action. That's how Ben Dunn likes it, and that's how it goes. Now, Trollo was injured in the melee, and he might have died. We're not sure yet. Because I did what I had to do. Protect the children. Even if they don't give me enough respect, protect them and give the Dark One a whooping so bad and he passes out at that point in time. We don't know if he's dead or if he's just completely passed out. But right here, we see this sad scene gathered around right there. And then the next thing you see is one of the children was wanting to play with the Trollo. I'm afraid he's broken. We had to throw him away. Darn. I really wanted to play with him today. I bet I could have stretched him into a star. And the end. So he was loved by some of the children, but we don't know 100%. And so, like I said, this is a 45-page book. And you see the book that we just saw. That was all of the 20 some odd pages of the, I think it's 24 pages on that book, the one shot for the Toybox Guardians. Now, you get some bonus material, how it all really started. Now, I don't know when this actually came to be, when this originally came out, but it is completely different. Because as it says, your bonus material, Toybox Guardians, when I first came up with the idea of the Toybox Guardians, I went ahead and commissioned a prototype story to test the concept. So this is how the prototype really came to be. So we see it as completely different than what we just saw. And the the leader hard case is the guy. Has been captured by this group. They don't realize he's a toy. And then you got Trollo down here, oops, right here, in the backpack. And they see this and they're like, what the? Great work, troll guy. They don't even call him Trolly yet. Trollo. Anytime you're ready, time, peace. Oh, right. And bam, it's punch o'clock. So you got this giant robot that just appeared out of the backpack, who's the timepiece, and he grows large, stopping bullets, all that good stuff. What the hell is that? Believe in yourself, damn it. So this one has, the original had language in it, okay, and the new one does not. So it is a all ages friendly book. Now, that being said, this is also in that same book. So you're going to have the language from the original prototype. And you see the characters there as well that we saw in the original book, or the new book, Toybox Guardians, that we had. Even the font has changed and all that good stuff. So you have a lot of the same characters. You've got the ninja hamsters, in here, as well as the other characters that we saw right here. So there's your ninja hamster right here, cutting people up. So there's actually blood and guts in this one happening. Right up my alley. But I get it. You want to appease a larger crowd so kids can get this book. Now we see some distant spots. People that had them captive are now captives themselves because this group of Toybox Guardians has taken over. You know, and so and now they're asking about the Dark Lord. Ahem. Could any of you gentlemen explain what a group of Miami drug traffickers are doing with a rare and unique mystical Celtic artifact? We're one step away from finding our little buddy. So they're trying to figure it out too. Why all this is happening. There's a mythical Celtic piece. And now we're the Toybox Guardians. Tell them we're coming. As they say, who the hell are you guys? So that was the prototype. And then the bonus material 2, the earliest known version of Toybox Guardians. So this even predates what we just saw. And completely predates the color version. So now you got the same type of characters, just a little different looking. And again, this is the first known, like it says, bonus material 2, the earliest known version of Toybox Guardians in existence. And, again, it is completely different than what we just saw. There are no dialogue boxes in here. This is all just straight action. So they just drew it up and didn't even add any dialogue to this one. But again, great works as far as how a manga or comic book would go. The panels are laid out nicely. You've got action happening. You almost had some nudity there from the Valkyrie type character here. Again, tons of action. The wristwatch is going out, and the robot looks completely different, as it grows from the wristwatch. Speed lines, all that good stuff. Right there. Great. I mean, this is some great stuff, especially if you can find the earliest works of your stuff and present it to the world, later on. It shows the development because, um, again, not sure if it was Ben Dunn that actually drew these characters back in the day, and I don't know what year this actually happened. Whenever the first concept of Toybox Guardians showed up, but as you look into this box as they find it, you see a lot of the familiar faces that we've already seen. The ninja hamsters, Trollo, the wizard that comes to play later on in the colorized version, So they're all in this box. That's what they're looking for. And, they find what they're looking for. And then the very last panel is of Trollo and this Valkyrie character laying on the floor, action figure style. Whoever drew this did an awesome job. I wish they would have put their name on it. Very awesome job on this piece of artwork. And it could have been Ben Dunn that drew this up. I'm not 100% sure because again, there is no name on who did this. But this is the last panel in the Toybox Guardians. So you're getting 45 pages of book, and again, can be read by children as well, young adults, those type things. And it is very, very cool book. Another cool book, another cool read, a lot of great artwork. And then to see the transitioning from what it was originally, which is at the very back of the book, right before that last color panel. Very detailed panel, actually. Splash page. To the concept that they did after the original No Words comic that was drawn, the earliest version that we saw, which we just saw, and then you go to the prototype, and then you go to what it is today. I don't know if it's going to be a continuation, like an ongoing book or something like that later on. But as it stands, I mean, I think it would be great for a kid book to go longevity with it. But all in all, great read, and I love seeing the transitioning styles. because you got three different styles going on. Yes, the new one in color is done by a completely different artist than the previous two, or that's my take. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure two different artists did those first two, that did the earliest design and the prototype. And because it doesn't give me all that information, which I wish it did, you know. And from there, sorry, excuse me. From there, you get to see the progression of this comic book, which is awesome, you know. Uh, Again, another great read by Antarctic Press. Ben Dunn, you did a phenomenal job on this book as well. Um, that is my review of Toybox Guardian. Um, I love the work. There hasn't been anything that I haven't loved that Ben Dunn has produced. You know, with Antarctic Press, and it's not just Ben Dunn. It's everybody that he pulls in to the group. I mean, there's a couple that I haven't really liked per se in my reviews, and you know, but I still give them a shot. Um, Sometimes the story is just too short. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense. Sometimes it's just muddled, you know. But that's very few and far between so far. There's only been three that I haven't really liked in the Antarctic Press that we've reviewed so far, and those are add-on stories to the main title. Um, so, you know, for just there to be three, that's pretty good out of out of what we have reviewed so far. But I look forward to the next one, which will be dropping on the 9th, Friday the 9th, which I will do a review on the 10th, hopefully, just like I'm doing these now. But great stuff from Monkey Peak that we reviewed and will be out there, and as well as Toybox Guardians One Shot. That is it for today on our review panel for Antarctic Press titles. We look forward to the next one again on the 9th. And as we like to say, we will catch you on the flip side. Have a good day, everybody.